Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to propagate a Vitex tree. Vitex are beautiful plants that produce beautiful purple flowers here, and they send out a ton of these really pretty purple flowers in the early summer. It's a very nice plant that you would find very often in the south, especially in Texas. You see them all over the place. They are very drought resistant, and they also can withstand pretty cold temperatures. So that's the reason why many people grow these, because they're very easy to maintain. They're one of the easiest type of tree to propagate, and here I have two of them. These are branches that I cut off of a big tree, and I propagated them. So they can grow very, very large, up to like 15 feet. If you don't want them to grow too tall, you can prune them, and then they will span very wide and put out tons of flowers that looks really nice on your property. So here I have two. These have been propagated off just a single branch off of the big tree, and here is one that I did recently, and I just did this in a cup. And it rooted, and check that out, it sends out root to the bottom. I basically used the double cut method to propagate this branch. Once they successfully propagated, you can transfer them into pots like I did over there, and they will continue to grow. The larger the space you give them, the bigger they will grow. So if you want them smaller, you can grow them in small spaces. So let me show you the big tree, and then we'll cut a branch off, and we'll do the propagation process. Alright guys, here is the tree there. See that it's pretty tall. This wall here is 6 feet high, so it goes about twice as high. So it's probably 13 feet tall right now. And you see all those beautiful flowers right there. Nice leaf. The leaves actually smells pretty good. So you can take a few of those branches, because every summer or every spring these will get cut down and trimmed so that they can stay in a control area where it doesn't span too far and take over. So the branches get cut off, and then that's how we keep them small. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a branch off of here, and then we're gonna propagate that. So let me go ahead and cut one off, and I'll show you. Okay, here it is. I cut a few branches off. So you see these are like nice fresh cuts here, and these are just a few of the small branches. So to propagate the branches here, what I normally do is cut off of the flowers part there, and that usually increases the chances of propagation. And then I would remove some of the leaves down here at the bottom. Just take those off, and then you have like a branch like that. Okay, and then make sure you do a few, because these are always not going to be successful. So do a few in water, and then do a few in soil, and we'll compare the difference. So we'll do it both ways. All right, here I have just a vase, and I just filled it up with water here. Nothing special, just right out of my faucet. And then I'm gonna put the plant in there. So that's one of my cutting. So let me do another one. So we need to cut this part off here, and then take a few of the leaves at the bottom here off, and then we'll put that in water like this. And I just leave it outdoor in my patio where it gets morning sun and then afternoon shade. So we'll leave that there. And this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and put in soil. And when you do it in soil, you don't want it in direct sunlight, because the summer in Texas right now is really hot. So this will definitely dry up the soil quickly and kill the plant. So put it in a place where it gets semi-shaded in the afternoon. Okay, so here it is. This is just soil for my garden, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for this one here, just like this. And what we're gonna do is fill it up with just garden soil. Here's our fresh cutting here, and you just stick it in like that. And then we'll do two. Like here's another one, and we'll stick it in here like that. Okay, and then give it some water. Okay, so this is a double cup system, so allow the water to drain through. To the bottom here, and then if there's too much water, just pour it out. So you want the soil here to be nice and moist all the time. You don't want it to dry, because dry soil here will kill the new cuttings. So you want the soil to always be moist, but you don't want it to be soaking wet where the plant is just like swimming in water, just like that. But that's okay, because we're rooting that in water. So see how it's dripping out here? Okay, so there it is. Let me show you where I'm gonna put it. Okay, here is where it's gonna sit. And this is just my patio. It gets about a few hours of good morning sun, and then right now you see that the sun is right there, so it gets shaded in the afternoon. So that's a good spot for it. And come out and check on the soil here every few days. The water one's fine. If you see algae, or if the water becomes really dirty, change it out. Just pour it out, rinse off the algae, and then put back the new water. So we will be back soon once that happens, and then I will show you what to do next. Alright guys, it has been exactly 2 weeks now, and here are what the cuttings look like. First, after the first few days, the leaves begin to fall off. You see here? So this one completely is bare now, because the leaves are gone. But check this out. You see these buds here? They're actually still alive, and some of them even sprouted out. See this one here? You see that? Those are new buds right there. So they're actually forming, even though the leaves are gone. So make sure your soil is moist and not dry, because if it's dry, the branches will die. So don't let the soil dry. It should remain like this right here, where you can feel the container is kind of heavy, and it's kind of like a moist soil right here, and that's what you want. You see all of these new little plant here. These are ground cherry that just volunteered in there, so I'm just leaving it there. So make sure the soil is not all the way dry. And with this one in water, actually a few of the leaves fell off, but some are still left. And then you see this one? See that there? Those are new shoots. So it's growing out from the branch. And then if you look at the bottom of the cutting, it's actually calloused up, and it's starting to form a healing. It's like a wound that has healed. So it's looking very good right now. So I'll leave it here for a while, and maybe another week or so, and then we could transplant this into soil, and it will grow. So that's how it looks for now after 2 weeks. So we will be back soon once there's more progress, and I will update you guys. Alright guys, welcome back. It has been a little bit over 2 months now, and the branches have finally rooted. The process may seem like it took a while, but there's not much work you have to do to this. And in 2 months you get a branch this tall, so it's still much faster than growing it from seeds, because when you grow from seeds, to get it this big, it'll take 6-7 months easily. So let me show you what's going on. I'll move this over here. For the branches in soil, I left this a little dry a few times, and so some of the new shoot fell off, but the branches are still alive actually. And then this one here is starting to put out new little buds here. So currently it is mid-December, so the plant is actually going dormant. So it will grow a little bit of a shoot right here, because I actually took this inside and I left it by some of my indoor light. So it's still okay, but it won't grow much during the winter time. So you're only gonna get a few buds like this, but come spring they're gonna grow a lot more, and then you have new leaves forming and everything like that. So for the one in water, This one is fine because even when I went out of town and I forgot to water this, there was still water left in here, so the branches were fine. So it grew. You see here some of the new leaves and shoots, and then look at that. You see, that is a root. So from the callus part there, it formed one root. So at this stage, you can actually put it in your container with soil and just monitor the level of water you have. Keep the soil nice and moist, and it will grow into a new tree. So this will become a new tree. And as you can see, there's already leaf. There were more actually damaged just because I flipped my hand around to pick it up, and then a branch like this fell off. But there it is, guys. That is a root forming out of the callus part. So that's how easy it is to propagate these trees. And when you propagate, you can actually keep them pretty nice and small. So if you have a small container you want to put this in, they will grow fine, and then they will have purple flowers. They're really, really pretty. So I have been propagating this like every year just for fun, and I have like a few trees just sitting there. So anyway, guys, I hope you try it out. It's very, very easy. Try it in soil, and you can also try it in water, and allow it to root. And then that's it. And then you have a brand new tree that only takes just a portion of the time it would take to grow from seeds. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the experiment. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching.